Now, to the just calculated election. Well, I said that was I said no, I don't want to start off with that first. It's for a reason. All right, but I feel that my guests they'll be impartial in this talk. All right, they're going to have the opening lines. They won't return from the break. We want to expatiate more on this. Taking a look at the just calculated primaries, a review of the process. Everyone said, look, Will, people are taking this as if it's the main election. See billboard, see campaign. This was primaries. It cuts across all political parties. Obara, you take the first shot. What in the world is happening?
Thank you so much, Wilson. I think as a political consultant, I will let you know that this is going to be the most expensive election ever since 1999. The most expensive. Without my saying words, there's nobody that has won the primaries now. Take it that didn't spend over $1 billion.
Just for primaries?
Yeah. And I will tell you that the billboard you just see and take your eyes off. The billboard you see and take your eyes off. For a month, some runs into millions to be there. For a month, it runs into millions, most especially the ones at Ringwood, some New Benin, some markets, it runs millions. Then you also know that for you people to also run an advert for anybody here too, for a month, it runs into millions. So then the party structure it takes, so it's then if that one to get the ticket took close to $1 billion or $1 billion, the main election is going to be times 2, times 3. Then you can see that we are going back to the process of things not being done rightly. Because bring Lama, give me suya, now Lama body. The person using this money is not the first son of Jesus Christ. So the person will not come tomorrow and tell you, the person will go so ask, were you sleeping when I was doing? We must be factored to ourselves. Because they might be smiling. That's why you see the people that didn't get it now want to say, no. If they didn't spend anything and somebody has said, just come. If 3 or 4 here now just won an election and you know that you really didn't spend anything, and you see that Wilson was far better than you and he won, you don't need to walk away. But if after I've spent here and maybe somebody promised you, he didn't give to you, and you don't know what you did to the person, you are going to be shouting. So you can see that the process, first of all, is already polarized. Quarrel has started. And I've always said it, times I remember, that it is better to have a good primaries than to have a good election.
All right.
But I also know that the politicians will not just now sit down after spending all those billions and things like for the party to now allow themselves go to the election in that pattern.
All right.
So I'm sure, I know for sure, so sure, that they are going to get their house together for the proper election.
A review of the primaries. Yes, the primaries in retrospect. You get to hear that this was like the main deal, the real election when compared to other elections, that this ought to be an internal party affair, but the way it was taken by all political parties or the major political parties, it was like the real deal, the main election, not as just primaries, because the aspirants came out with full force, advertorials, billboard, they're on air, just for primaries. Why the desperation on this, on the part of these aspirants? Festus.
Mr. Wincy, I want to give an analysis of the research I did. I did a research which I titled Nigeria Political Process as Correlates of the Continuous Involvement of Nigeria Youth in Cybercrime. In that research, I was trying to check why our youth keep involving us in themselves in cybercrime. And I was trying to check if the political processes, the gain from it, contributes to it. And it was purely a qualitative research. I have to identify some boys that are into cybercrime, even girls, and we had one-on-one talk, after which I did my analysis of their communication. And I found out that the political processes, the gain from it, actually is engineering some youth who say, I must have this money now. You know, when a criminal is being caught, and at the end of the day, the criminal is made to serve the punishment for his or her crime, it served as a warning to the other one. But in Nigeria, it's not like that. There is a lot of gain. There is a lot of monetary gain attached to being a governor. Let's be frank. If someone is running to be the governor of this state, the person first is not coming to serve you. If it was for the service, the process would have not been tedious, monetarily involved the way it is now. The process would have just been very simple, like what Mr. Osaon said. Now you want to serve me, now you the first say you want to serve me. How now? You are coming to serve. Not for the prestige. Some are not going there because they want to be the 001 of the state. No. The monetary gain. That's why you see the fight. It was a real fight. That brothers were ready to kill themselves just to be the candidate. I wasn't surprised because we as citizens of this state, we are giving them that privilege. Government after government will come, we serve as slaves to them. They were supposed to be for us. But you now see Osarabo say, if you don't have time, I don't go agree. I will not want to organize my friends, boys. We turn tats because we want to make Osaon the governor of the state. If Osaon come and say, Osarabo, I want to run for governor. You know the first thing I should ask him? Let me see your manifesto. I contested to be the local government chairman of Ego. The first thing I did was to walk around Ego. The 10 wards in Ego. I drove around them. That was when I knew that Ward 8 have a gully. Very close to the Letinumba High house, the family house. And I guess Obaseki is trying to do some work there, which is, I guess it's an abandoned project now. That was when I knew that Ward 9, close to the river, there are problems there which the people are facing. When I was still walking around, I sat down and I brought out a manifesto that if we win, this is what we're going to do. But when they come to you to be the governor, you don't ask. And I tell you, they don't even meet you, you go and meet them. Because if Osaon is the governor and he knew that I work for him, he's going to say, Osabo commissioner, this slot, they will bring this one, bring that one. So it is not for the people, it is for the game first. That's why the process has become very, very bad. That within party ABC, brothers were fighting. One conducted a primary and have 3 candidates. It's like, okay, let's choose the hair. We are all here, but let's have one that will lead us. And you would not say, from traditional community, you are the hair. The other one within the local community said, no, it's you. The one within the state said, it's you. One have 3 candidates first. It took the grace of God for them to say, let's go for another rerun. It was inconclusive. The other one, we are in a hall doing their own. Another one stood and said, nah, me. One of my friends online, he said, he should have known that primary is not a mass election where you just stand up and say, nah, me, they go. Then, we found out that for party C or whatever, one fraction declared this, the one declared this. If actually they are coming for the interest of those people, let's be frank. And also will come and actually work. I'm coming to that. But the process, like what Yaradua said, the process that brought me to power is very corrupt. And I'm going to try to sanitize it. But what do we do? What happened?
All right. Now, from statistics and calculation, the primaries just concluded in Edo State ahead of 2024 election gulped billions. We're not talking millions now. From calculation, if you take a look at all parties involved, billions of naira were spent to put everything together. Are we now going back to the days of money politics? No, Barai.
We never left there.
Oh, we've not left. We are still there.
Yeah. We never left there.
Because this is like the highest so far in Edo State
we never
for
left
just
there.
primaries.
Yeah, we never left there. We never left there. My big brother in labor before now, my brother too, I know how much my brother spent. He didn't get it still. Then the other guy now that got it, they just say got it, even though the other factions pioneer and the other one that we didn't know. But 18 Siennas, I'm sure you've seen them, 18 Siennas, not the Omomo Siennas, the good Siennas. That should be a minimum of 5 million for the 18.
Direct Benjo.
Yeah.
No, man.
Okay.
It's 5 million.
Oh, no, I'm just saying, I don't want us to...
It's more than that.
That's 204 Sienna,
Yeah.
it's above 9 million.
Yeah.
If it's direct Benjo,
Yeah,
it's above
direct,
9 million.
So he bought 18 for the party, 18 local government. So plus or minus, that 18 plus or minus now, that's close to 100 million to number it. Okay, that is it for the car. I didn't tell you the monetary aspect. That's just what we can see. Then I noticed that even at our program here, our program Man Around Town, his jingle was being played, not only the others. And I know as an insider what it takes to play there for over a month, or since December they've been playing it. So plus or minus, that's over 100 million too. Because not only on 90,
other radio stations, TV stations playing it.
That's also under over 100 million. That's 200. Then the third one, let's go for the party ticket. The cash he paid, he collected the ticket. I get it now. Then because if you collect the ticket now, you're also going to go meet leaders that are going to help you sign some columns. Let's put 100 for that. Then let's meet his local government stroke ward visitation. That's over 100. So you can see that without even just little mass, we've seen that nobody has exaggerated that $1 billion was spent. That is for our party. They have another party, which we know that have the Kakaba leaders. You don't go and meet those leaders and speak English to those leaders. It's impossible. You don't speak English to them because they don't have job. You know that this is their job. So when coming, you don't need to come and start negotiating to say this one 1 million. No, they were 1 million about 10, 20 years ago. Now, if you want to see them, it's a bag. Minimum 50 million. Minimum, yeah. We have those type of leaders. They are close to the kingmakers in the party. So you don't go and see them and speak English. You might transfer the money before you come so that you can get a good balance you can have them sitting to wait for you with their followers. That is, then you have about, let's say, 10 or 15 of them in some parties. You can't tell me that you want to go and see an ex-governor. You want to tell the ex-governor you want to run and just go and tell him and walk away. No. The drinks you are going to bring, the souvenir you are going to present should be neatly above 70, 50 million. The drinks. I'm aware there are some drinks that will just swallow that money.
Yes.
I get it now. Even if he does not drink it, as a sign and mark of respect for him, you have to present that for him. So those are some things that these people wasted and used. And now you are telling us that if they come, they are going to now change the narrative.
Wow.
No, I don't want us to. Don't let us. What I'm saying now is they can change the narrative. They can walk. But if you were in their shoes, after spending over $1 billion, are you not going to come? Nobody that will spend that $1 billion now and just tell you, I spend that because I want to repair a door. If he tells me that, I will walk away. I'll tell him to leave me and move on, tell the other person. Because you have a business. Why did you pump in that money into your business? So if you have wasted $1 billion for the primaries, and maybe waste another $1 billion for the main election, and you now win, first of all, how are you first of all going to get that $2 billion or 3? If you collected it from as a bank loan at its running, you need to pay. When and how can you not pay?
All right.
So if this one is already happening, in this first phase. You are telling me money politics. And we see, do you also know that the first phase now is primaries, second phase is main election, the third phase is legal process.
We'll come to that. Because we're focusing right now on the primaries.
Yeah, so it's step by step.
Step by step.
Yeah.
Now, let me come to you first, Tos. Is it because of the money spent or because of the zeal to serve the people that is what I was saying, rancor here and there? Because it's like the three major political parties, they have issues. Some are saying it's a three-horse race, but some are saying that Wilson, just get set. Carry your camera, crew all of them. You see lots and lots of court cases, lots and lots of litigations because nobody wants to back down. Is it because of money they've spent in the process or because they really want to serve?
Winty, the two factors which you are looking at is not even the reason. Because they are not coming to serve us because they've spent money. Or they are coming to serve us because they have that we know. One thing I understand about Nigerian politics is these people think because they have the money, they can do whatever they choose to do. So that's why they keep throwing it around. And where I'm seeing a lot of problems from it, because there is no accountability anywhere in this country. If I should spend above what I earn, I should be questioned. And you cannot question a man that is spending above his earning because there are politicians who will tell you, I've received gifts above billions of naira now. So the money policies in Nigeria is not going to come down so soon. Not until there is check and balance between what you earn and what you spend. If you check the economy that we're talking about, part of the porous nature is a man that is worth 10,000 can have 100 million in his account. And nobody is talking about that. That was why he said before, you sell a land for one and you sell for another person and you said you are good. So if you check within us as Nigerians, there is this, let me say it's instinct, is within us. That ability or that belief that it should be me. It is that drive that is causing the fight. Now, if you go within the white man, maybe if you go and check the American kind of politics, you'll sit down and dialogue. What they are talking about is ideology. When you say, you said this is your idea, this is what you want to do, oh, that's similar to mine. Okay, because of your pedigree, I think you should go for now. You just see the kind of solution that will come out. But you check this party A. These people are not fighting because of their ideology. They are fighting because now me one go. If actually we are progressive,
pride and their egos, they want to explain us right now.
That's the main reason. If we're talking about as a progressive, we have the progressive ideology, which shall be sold to all of us as members. And within you, you are going there because you want to follow up with the progressive ideology. And that is what Osal is doing. That's what I'm doing. We can sit down and not even have a primary, we have a consensus. But these people are not working on ideology, they are working with their ego. A leader will go and choose this because he wants dominance. Ero, now you will need Ero is going to be you. Because he believes that he can control Ero when Ero becomes the governor. That was what happened between Obaseki and Oshomole. They brought him because they know that the man is calm. They can actually say A and he will say A. But when the man got there, he told them, I am a typical Benin man. I'll do what I want to do. That was where the problem started from. Then different leaders begin to talk. Before you know, the man left APC for them. If actually you have this political ideology within the party system, the party primary will be very simple and easy. But because there is no ideology, people just come around and say, it's me, now my turn. Now let's check what happened in one of the party. You want to remove a serving senator to become the governor. The other one want to remove a serving House of Rep member. Are you telling me within the party there is no other person that can become governor? Just check. This man is a senator. Why not let him finish his own tenure? The other one is a rep member. Why not let him finish and choose another person that have this same political ideology as a progressive? But they will not listen to it because of their selfish interests. They are all egocentric, all politicians in Nigeria, including myself. We are all egocentric. And that drive is the same reason why we are not seeing enough development as it ought to be.
All right. But I have just 2 minutes to go. You're going to have the last line on this. Though we have other discussions more on the primaries subsequently, because of the imbalance and the rest of them. Now, if we encounter or experience this kind of primary, do we hope, or are we going to see more exchanges in terms of bravado, egocentrism in the next general election? Talking about the main election.
I just pray the main election is peaceful. I just pray the main election is peaceful in two ways. I've told people, Edo is not on the same kedar with the federal government. And the federal government, you saw some videos before now that I said, I will reclaim Edo. Don't do anything for me, you know me, I will reclaim Edo. And you know, the person that told you he's reclaiming Edo now has the knife and the yam to cut. And the people in Edo, the party in Edo, will not also just sit down and say, because you said it in Abuja, you have to come and say it here and do it. These people are already fighting, party A and party B. And you have a party that also have a Edo South as a candidate coming from the third place. So it's going to be very, very decisive. It's not what as a party man you just tell you this is the party, the person that is going to win for now. No. So now we now have 3 people to choose from. We know they might not be the best, but now we want to choose. And we now know, okay, this person has done this, person has done this. So the people now really matters. I'm also going to, you now see the money they're going to do is not going to be worse off. Because we are not going to speak English to a man now that have not eaten. You can see we are not going back to where we started from. But if we now have something doing, I cannot expect a politician now to come and meet me, or now go and meet a politician this way if I live here to say, come and give me money. Because there's so money you give to me that will not make times 10 or 20, 50 in a business or 2.
All right, our time is up. Not tomorrow, we'll bring another time to really talk more this particular discussion. Then we'll have other party members that we can let the cat out of the bag, mention name, mention party. I have to restrict them. I did that, yes. They didn't mention it for good reasons. All right, maybe we'll have other parties to balance the talk. Then, say what you want to say, defend your party, defend the decision and all that. That will be for next week by God's grace. Gentlemen, thank you so much for coming on today's show. I appreciate a wonderful analysis.
Thank you so much, Wilson.
Like what I told you guys before, Nigeria is our country. If it should sink because of our ineptitude to do the right thing, we'll have ourselves to blame. Bye for now.